Leader of the gods and heaven's father.
Hello, everybody just joining the stream. Welcome to Hermit Trivia, episode 8. The only trivia you can play at home.
Look at Miss Engel.
Actually, I don't know for sure. Hey. Oh. I don't know for sure if it's the only trivia. I was saying, don't quote me on that. But definitely the best. Hey, Lisa. And the great thing about saying the best in this country is I can say is the best, and you can't sue me. If I were to say better than X, then, well, that's going to get me in a lot of trouble. Just look at the Beatles, who said they were more popular than Jesus Christ. And, but, they managed to beat the windfall. They stood strong where others would have fallen. Doing good, doing good. Gonna put the music back on. Just trying to gonna find a channel with fewer ad interruptions, if I can. There we go. Hello, Lisa. Hello, Mike. It's going to be a fun one tonight. Which is, it's always a fun one, but kind of particularly good feeling about this one. It's going to be choice. Where's my marker at? Hold on. All right, I'm going to just grab my whiteboard marker. Let me back real quick. There it is. I love it when you go to find something and it's right behind your computer. Sometimes life throws you a slow pitch. Gotta take it. Hello, Leslie. Good to see you. We'll probably get started in about like 10 minutes or maybe 15 minutes or so. I'm going to give some people time to round up, get inside, and get ready for playing. Going to do the final question prep. Trust me, it's a doozy. This is going to be a great one. We're excited. The final question is some real high-class intellectual stuff. So get your brandy snifters and your smoking jackets and your leather-bound books, because we got Masterpiece Theater up in here. Hope you're all having a wonderful evening tonight. I know I am. It's been a pretty chill day, pretty fun. Just taught some classes and set up this wonderful event. Got so caught up in the moment, I forgot to shave. Someone called me Mr. Bombastic because I'm feeling shaggy. Zoinks! Dun, dun, dun. Oh, turn to me. How's the music? I like this track. Glad I caught this. I got a typo here. Better? question of the hour. What are we drinking tonight? Welcome all to Hermit Trivia, episode 8. We are starting in just about 10 minutes, just giving some time for people to gather to the stream. If you would like to share what you're drinking today, share us how your day was. Let us know. Let us know if you've got any funny names for your team or any jokes, quips, witty bonbons. Keep it fun and lively, because the party at Hermit Trivia never stops. Sounds good. I got myself a little cherry Coke with rum. Feeling a little tropical today. Apologize, got my nose in my throat. Me all unshaven, feeling like a wildcat. What up, you cool cats and kittens? Welcome to Big Cat Rescue, where I most definitely did not kill my husband. Something interesting today, something that's happened that's fascinating, wild, and weird. I don't know, this music puts me in a very trippy, contemplative state. I'm quite fond of it. So those of you watching, I'm thinking of doing another Zoom call at some point, maybe later in the week, maybe getting some of my friends. I was able to hook up. Charles and I were able to connect through Zoom on Monday just to discuss like the future of Hermit Trivia, discuss any other future plans. We're thinking about doing karaoke streaming, doing an RPG stream of some sort. If people are interested, I can try to set up another Zoom chat, get a large group going, get the technology all figured out so that we can have our. Because all work and no play makes Mark a very uncool cat. Got to mix your business with your pleasure. I feel like this would be a good way to just get right back in contact, have some fun. We could even do we can do streaming board games. I'm totally down for that too. That might be a little more easier than managing an RPG. It'd be a lot of fun. For those of us newcomers, welcome to Hermit Trivia, episode 8. This is our 8th episode, as I just said a couple of seconds ago, repeating myself. Sorry. Welcome. This is our YouTube online trivia game. Is free to play, tons of fun, and it's a great way to pass the time and reconnect with some friends, old and new. So if that sounds cool to you, just sit tight, like and subscribe if you're enjoying it. And we are going to go. I am your humble hermit host. I will get us started in just 5 minutes when we get some more people in. If you're just arriving now, don't be afraid to introduce yourself on our live chat stream board. Don't be a stranger. Make yourself known, make yourself at home, and get to know some people old and new. Egg! No, this little thing is like catnip to kids teaching abroad. It's like, it's more like dangling the car keys in front of a baby. You get a kid who's just like, he's going, what's that? What's that? Where's Boba Fett? Where's Boba Fett? Really does the trick. Okay, in fact, I'll set a timer, keep myself on. So 5 more minutes till we get the trivia show on the road. Hello, Marcus Hedwig. Welcome to the stream. Great to see you again. We've got a super fun trivia night planned tonight. Hope to have wonderful things on this channel. Gaming streams. Hello, Nicole. Hello, Adam. I'm assuming Adam is riding side saddle. Good to see you, dude. Gaming stream. Ooh, excuse me. No, sadly, no. This does actually have a very Tool-like sort of sound. It does sound a little like Lateralis or even Fear Inoculum, but this is just a relaxing psychedelic space rock stream. Public domain. Just enjoy it. I'm digging it though. I love it. I'm really thank you. I'm digging this too. It's a fun trip. Crookshanks. I don't know if you guys listened to Fear Inoculum by Tool yet. Definitely one of my favorite albums of last year. It's one of those things that's like you realize that the last time Tool had released a full album, like MySpace was still a thing, and and you're like, oh man, I know it's been a long time, so long. Are they just putting this out to put this out? Is this just a grind? Do they just want to like, just get it done? Is this going to be like half-assed? Is this going to be like defy my expectations? And listen, like, yeah, still awesome, still great. Never changed Tool. You guys rock. Absolutely beautiful music. Borderlands music. I've never played Borderlands. That's something I may have to rectify. Yeah, this is definitely like tripping on mushrooms in a desert kind of music. Just a couple more minutes to let some more people fill into enter the stream. Oh, fascinating. Yeah, the Assassin's Creed games definitely have decent scores. Yes. Hello, Clyde. Welcome to the stream. Okay, now it's getting deep. Okay, starting in just a few minutes. All-time favorite game soundtrack. Probably Legacy of Kain. That opening track. Midrash by Information Society still slaps. Still snaps. I know video game remakes are huge and in vogue these days and everything. And part of me is like, oh man, guys, make some new games, do some new stuff. Any other man's like, possible Legacy of Kain remake. Oh, with updated graphics. Oh my god, that would be fantastic. That would be just divine. Just a couple more minutes before we start Hermit Trivia. Welcome all newcomers. Welcome all friends out to our in my personal opinion, the greatest trivia game on YouTube. Welcome to the stream. Settle in. Let us know what you're drinking, what your how's life, what you doing. The text shows up on my phone, and then I see you retyping. Ah, must be a little time delay there. The algorithm's predicting my thoughts before I can even type. Hold on, I'm going to go freshen my drink so we're ready for the full three. Hey, Charles. Welcome. Okay, I think that's as good a time to start as any. Welcome to Hermit Trivia. Yes. Welcome to Hermit Trivia, our 8th episode, episode 8. It is the trivia for smart people who stay inside. The only trivia where you can have the bar trivia experience at your table or in your bed. I'm Mark Walsh, your Hermit host. Thank you for joining me in this grand experiment tonight. Tonight's trivia is 6 rounds with 3 questions each. I will read the questions twice and as clearly as possible. You will then have 1 minute to listen to a lovely public domain song and write or think out your answer. Each question will be worth 1 point. There will be a halftime question worth multiple points, as well as a 5-minute break between rounds 3 and 4. There will also be a final question after round 4, which will be worth 10 points, and you will have 3 minutes to consider the final question. That being said, this trivia game can be played at home on your own terms. You can change the point values, choose not to use the points, break your party into different teams, put everyone into one big team, call in other players to be opposing teams or teammates on separate devices, play solo, set up a team where you all have matching outfits and little medallions where you can summon giant robots to fight big monsters. Or you can just watch me, or if you don't even want to watch me, you don't have to watch my ugly mug. You can just listen to me. You can watch or listen. The stream works just as well as a little trivia podcast. It's very multitasky that way. So, yeah, this is free-willing. Anything goes. And also, please feel free to share in the chat your chosen food and drink or anything fun or interesting that was cool in your day. You can also share your point totals, how many teams you formed, descriptions of your socks, and more. And also, we are having to increase interactivity and fun. We are giving a 10-second window for people to guess answers to a question before a final reveal. I will show the go prompt for 10 seconds. And during that time, all players will have a chance to type a guess on the chat window. Otherwise, do not type out the answers on the chat stream. We want to keep this in case somebody is competing with someone. We don't want to give away the answers. So the 10-second window where you see this is the only time you can type guesses for answers on the chat screen. The only time. Always look for the go. Okay. Please also refrain from discriminatory talk, political comments, lewd talk, or rudeness. And let's take a break from the current situation that keeps us from traditional trivia. In other words, let's not be jerks, and let's take a break from coronavirus and election talk. Let's be respectful and have some fun. Okay, scores can be kept on the provided printout sheet, which has been shared on Facebook. They can also be kept on scratch paper, or if your score is very low, on your fingers and toes. If you don't want to tell, and if you don't want to tell people your score at all, that's okay too. It's all copacetic. All right. With that being said, let's get ready for Hermit Trivia. Power Fist. Yes. Again. Round one. The category is sex. That's right. Sex. Now that I got your attention, vote Mark for class president. Anyway, no, seriously. Round one category is sex. Okay. Question one for sex. Named for the American biologist who invented it, what scale of sexual orientation is rated from 0 for exclusively heterosexual to 6 for exclusively homosexual, with 5 levels of fluid sexuality in between? Named for the American biologist who invented it, what scale of sexual orientation is rated from 0, exclusively heterosexual, to 6, exclusively homosexual, with 5 levels of fluid sexuality in between? 1 minute to win it. Get the tracks I started. There you go. 10 seconds. All right, and that is time. Here we go. Question one. Named for the American biologist who invented it, what scale of sexual orientation is rated from 0 for exclusively heterosexual to 6 for exclusively homosexual, with 5 levels of fluid sexuality in between? And yes, we already have the answers coming in. Answer from Mike, answer from Marcus, answer from Nicole, and the answer from Leslie. It is the Kinsey scale. The Kinsey scale, correct. That there was the Kinsey scale rated from 0 to 6 with different levels. Also, little side note, he also had an X rating for people for asexuals, for people not, and 8 for aces, people with no interest in sexual conduct. Very forward-thinking man. Alfred Kinsey, pretty brilliant dude. Played by Liam Neeson in a recent movie. It's that Liam Neeson, man. Liam Neeson. He's in that movie all about sexual orientations. Oh man, that Liam Neeson. Little Key and Peele there. I love it. Okay, yes. the Kinsey scale is what we're looking for. It's like a big old sandwich cookie. You got a hetero and you got a hetero and homo nice sweet cookies and a nice creamy fluidity in the middle. Good. Okay. Question number two of sex. What legendary adult film star, known for his immense stage presence, had documented credits in at least 573 films before his death and was under suspicion for his connections to the Wonderland murders of 1981? What legendary adult film star, known for his immense stage presence, had documented credits in at least 573 films before his death and was under suspicion for his connections to the Wonderland murders of 1981? Here's your minute to win it. 10 seconds. And that is time. That is time for question number 2 of sex. Question 2. What legendary adult film star, known for his immense stage presence, has documented credits in at least 573 films before his death and was under suspicion for his connections to the Wonderland of 1981? Yes, we already got the answers coming right in. Charles and Mike have both guessed John Holmes. That is correct. John Holmes, a.k.a. Johnny Wad, a.k.a. the Duke of Wad, a.k.a. Johnny Footlong, a.k.a. Wadzilla, a.k.a. King Wad, a.k.a. the Human Tripod, a.k.a. the Wizard of Wad, a.k.a. the Sultan of Smut. Yes, John Holmes was that man with the immense stage presence. All right, yes, John Holmes, correct. Fun fact, when he died, he also, in one of his requests in his will, was to be cremated because he did not want anybody digging up his body and stealing his stage presence. Good precaution. Okay, question number 3, last question of sex. Question 3. What erotic novella was published in 1870 by Leopold von Sacher-Masoch, whose exploration into the themes of BDSM eventually coined the term masochist, or someone who takes pleasure in receiving pain? What erotic novella was published in 1870 by Leopold von Sacher-Masoch, whose exploration into the themes of BDSM eventually coined the term masochist, or someone who takes pleasure in receiving pain? Here's your win it to minute. 5 seconds. All right, and that is time. What is the answer? Question number 3. What erotic novella was published in 1870 by Leopold von Sacher-Masoch, whose exploration into the themes of BDSM eventually coined the term masochist for someone who takes pleasure in receiving pain? And stop. Any guesses? The answer is the classic novel Venus in Furs. Venus in Furs was that classic. So if you've ever wondered, why is there a word for my instinct to be wrapped in cling film and whipped with and horsewhipped, then well, now you know. You can thank Mr. Leopold von Sacher-Masoch. He gave us the word. Nope, not Tropic of Cancer. No, it was Venus in Furs. That was a man with an give that guy 100, give that guy a century, he would have had a FetLife account. That was a man with a very interesting life. All right. Now on to category 2. Round 2, category drugs. Drugs. Sensing a theme here? Okay. Question 1 for drugs. What recreational drug, often used legally as an animal tranquilizer, is now undergoing tests for its possible uses as an antidepressant? What recreational drug, often used legally as an animal tranquilizer, is now undergoing tests for its possible use as an antidepressant? All right, let's go. Here's your minute. Couple more seconds. All right, and that is time. Snoopy plays bass for a jam band. He wears sunglasses, so you can't see that his pupils are the size of dimes. All right, question 1 for the drugs category. Question 1. What recreational drug, often used legally as an animal tranquilizer, is now undergoing tests for its possible uses as an antidepressant? All right, looks like we swept the category. That's true. Please do not answer before I hold up the sign. Let's say, but no, you're all right. It is ketamine. Ketamine is being researched, also known as Special K. It's apparently has excellent therapeutic uses when used responsibly. Turns out most drugs, when used responsibly in the right conditions, Give him a chance. Speaking of which, anyone know any veterinarians or pharmaceutical deliveries? I'm just. You thought your video was lagging? That's not video lag. It's just that Joe Cool is in a serious K-hole right now. My bones are coral and the flesh is the ocean. All right. Question 2 for drugs. Question true in the drugs category. What state, known for its coal mining industry, also has the highest incidence of opioid-related deaths in the USA as of 2019, with an average of 49.6 overdoses for 100,000 people? What state, known for its coal mining industry, also has the highest incidence of opioid-related deaths in the USA as of 2019, with an average of 49.6 overdoses for 100,000 people? All right, here is your minute. Get the music started. Ten seconds. All right, and that is time. It's time for question number 2. What state, known for its coal mining industry, also has the highest incidence of opioid-related deaths in the USA as of 2019, with an average of 49.6 overdoses for 100,000 people? And that is time. The answer is yes, we got them coming in. The answer is West Virginia. Yes, West Virginia, home of the coal miner's daughter. And home of the coal miner's daughter and a lot of opioid deaths. And the origin of this joke, hey, you ever heard I remember seeing a documentary. This is a documentary where they're talking about, they mentioned the opioid crisis in like West Virginia and that area. And a dealer just goes up, hey, you want to hear the redneck mating call? And so he just picks up a bottle of pills and goes. It's a little dark, sorry. But yes, big coal mining industry, big opioid problem. West Virginia, that's right. Yes, that's true. There are some issues with the sinking of the sign, so I'm not going to stress out too much. And the sign's just a little fun, just having some. I sink the sign and it opened up my eyes. I sink the sign. Da 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 da. Haven't sung that song since the 90s. I sink the sign, and it opened up my eyes. I sink the sign. All right. I got my vocal training course. I got that boom. I got that boom, boom, boom. I'm so 2008. You're so 3000 and late. Okay. Question 3 for drugs. Question 3. What R&B star, when asked about her drug use in a 2002 interview with Diane Sawyer, replied, "First of all, let's get one thing straight. Crack is cheap. I make too much money to ever smoke crack. Let's get that straight, okay? We don't do crack. We don't do that. Crack is whack." What R&B star, when asked about her drug use in a 2002 interview with Diane Sawyer, replied, "First of all, let's get one thing straight. Crack is cheap. I make too much money to ever smoke crack. Let's get that straight, okay? We don't do crack. We don't do that. Crack is whack." All right, here is your minute. Go. Hello, Jen. Welcome to the forum. Welcome to the party, pal. Okay, and that is time. All right, for some reason my timer is not notifying me when it is time. I'm just going to check that out real quick. Oh, sorry, little detail there. But I'll figure it out later, the timer. But yeah, that was about 1 minute. That was good. Okay, so let's get the answer to our question. Sorry. Question 3 for drugs, the drugs category. What R&B star, when asked about her drug use in a 2002 interview with Diane Sawyer, replied, "First of all, let's get one thing straight. Crack is cheap. I make too much money to ever smoke crack. Let's get that straight, okay? We don't do crack. We don't do that. Crack is whack." How will I know? It's Whitney Houston. Whitney Houston, yes, was that she made that in that 2002 interview, which later got misquoted as "crack is whack, but it's cheap." And it's, I don't know, if you're 2002 era Whitney Houston, I agree. You are making way too much. Oh my God, I forgot the sign. I'm so sorry. I forgot this. Fart. Yes, Newark, New Jersey's own Whitney Houston. Okay, no, pop star. I mean, I feel like Whitney Houston's definitely R&B, especially later in her career. And I agree, she was making way too much money to be doing crack. You don't have to smoke crack if you're making money. That you got that uncut cocaina. And she actually got her start in gospel. Interesting. That sounds that's really cool. All right, yes, but it was the late great diva Whitney Houston. All right. It's okay. We're having so much fun. Oh, apparently her mom is a huge gospel star. I did not know that. Oh, fascinating. Interesting. Oh, okay. Speaking of stars and music, we're on to category 3, rock and roll. Rock and roll. You see what I did there? For those late, first category, sex. Second category, drugs. Third category, rock and roll. Hoppitude, bless my soul. I really love that rock and roll. All right. Question 1 for rock and roll. When meeting with President Nixon in 1971 to discuss American drug policy, Elvis Presley said that this rock band exemplified a trend of anti-Americanism, despite the fact that the King enjoyed playing frequent covers of their songs in concert. When meeting with President Nixon in 1971 to discuss American drug policy, Elvis Presley said that this rock band exemplified a trend of anti-Americanism, despite the fact that the King enjoyed playing frequent covers of their songs in concert. All right, here's your minute. Go, go, go. Snoopy. Oh no. Oh, Snoopy. Wake up. Wake up, man. Come on. Come on, Snoopy. Get those nasty reds out. Come on, Snoopy. We're going to get you some coffee. I'm going to help you wake up, man. You're on stage. Oh, man. We got to get you in Betty Ford. We got to get you in Betty Ford, Snoopy. All right, 5 seconds. Where's Boba Fett? Okay, and that is time. That is time for question number 1. When meeting with President Nixon in 1971 to discuss American drug policy, Elvis Presley said that this rock band exemplified a trend of anti-Americanism, despite the fact that the King enjoyed playing frequent covers of their songs in concert. Yes, good guesses from Marcus and Charles and Nikki. It is and Mike. That's right. The Beatles. Yes, the Fab Four themselves, the Beatles. Elvis talked shit about the Beatles to President Nixon, saying a trend of anti-Americanism. President Nixon's all like, "Oh, you gotta help me fight those long hairs, Mr. Presley." And everyone's like, "Hey, man, you gotta look out for the Beatles. You gotta look out for them. Just doing drugs. They don't do drugs. I do drugs. All right." And meanwhile, the Beatles find out the worst part of his story is that like Elvis did this like a couple days after hanging out with the Beatles in his home in California. They're chilling. Like he loved their music. And you did the Beatles dirty, Elvis. That is not cool. Like Paul McCartney even comments, like, "Oh, I found out. I felt a bit betrayed. You know, you did us dirty, Elvis. You rolled up us and I was like, I thought we were cool, Elvis. What the hell happened?" Oh, Elvis. Yes, the Beatles. The Beatles are the answer. Something in the way they move attracts us like no other lover. Okay. Question number 2 for rock and roll. Question 2. Intended to be the Woodstock of the West, what free concert sponsored by the Rolling Stones in 1969 ended disastrously with 4 deaths involved, including the stabbing of an attempted assassin by a Hell's Angel? Intended to be the Woodstock of the West, What free concert, sponsored by the Rolling Stones in 1969, ended disastrously with 4 deaths involved, including the stabbing of an attempted assassin by a Hell's Angel? Here's your minute. Ten seconds. And that is time. Let's discover the answer together for question number 2. Question 2. Intended to be the Woodstock of the West, what free concert, sponsored by the Rolling Stones in 1969, ended disastrously with 4 deaths involved, including the stabbing of an attempted assassin by a Hell's Angel? Yes, Mike and Charles right out the gate with the correct answer. The answer is Altamont. Altamont. Yes, it was the concert. And Jen, excellent answer, Jen. The concert at Altamont Speedway. The concert at Altamont Speedway where the Hells Angels had their way. Yes, that was that was sort of the beginning of the end for the Summer of Love. Well, when you hire Hells Angels as security, you get. But a lot of good acts were there. Jefferson Airplane was also there, and I believe Grateful Dead was asked to be there but declined. It's a shame. It could have been a really cool thing. No fault on the Stones' part. Yes, Altamont Speedway, sadly. Okay, question number 3. Question 3. Based on the H.G. Wells novel, the groovy disco concept album War of the Worlds, produced by Jeff Wayne and voiced by Richard Burton, also features the voice of Phil Lynott, who was the frontman for what Irish rock band? Based on the H.G. Wells novel, the groovy disco concept album War of the Worlds, produced by Jeff Wayne and voiced by Richard Burton, also features the voice of Phil Lynott, who was the frontman for what Irish rock band? Here's your minute. All right, 10 seconds. Oh, yeah. This is when it kicks in. We were on the rock and roll category 10 seconds into question 3 when the drugs began to take hold. All right, there's your minute. Question number 3. Based on the H.G. Wells novel, the groovy disco concept album War of the Worlds, produced by Jeff Wayne and voiced by Richard Burton, also features the voice of Phil Lynott, who was the frontman for what Irish rock band? Yes, Charles, Marcus, Jen, and Mike have all got it correct. The answer is Thin Lizzy. Thin Lizzy. That's right. Phil Lynott, who did the voice of Nathaniel the Parson in War of the Worlds. Excellent performance, by the way. Was the frontman for that great band Thin Lizzy. You've never heard of Thin Lizzy? Holy crap. Okay, actually, Thin Lizzy is like one of those bands that deserves to be way more famous than they are. Frames are okay. Because, well, due to a lot of do you know Nicole, do you know the song Boys Are Back in Town? Boys are back in town, the boys are back in town. That was like their big US hit. They had a couple like minor ones and Whiskey in the Jar, that cover of that. And because of like, yeah, Jailbreak. Tonight there's gonna be yeah, Mike would know that. My personal favorite is Bad Reputation. Especially every time I learned about Phil Lynott in War of the Worlds very late. And so every time I hear Nathaniel the Parson, he's like, the Martians, they are like the devil. They've got a bad reputation. But yes, yeah, the 70s, they did a bunch of touring due to various setbacks. They weren't able to do all the touring in the US that they wanted. So they're huge in Europe, but they never really quite caught on as much in America. And then Phil Lynott had a heroin OD in the 80s. So it's that. No, Thin Lizzy is like a seminal band. Like they were such a huge, people don't realize like what a huge influence, especially on the 80s and 90s metal scene they were. Big band. But yes, Thin Lizzy was Phil Lynnott's band. Rest in peace, Phil. Good dude. Okay, good news. We are on the halftime category. We've gotten this far. We have made it to the halftime. So the halftime question, you have 5 minutes for this question and 5 guesses to make. You can only make 5 guesses. Any more will be discounted. Each guess is worth 1 point. But if you get all 5 of your guesses correct, you can add 5 extra points to your score for a total of 10. And the other great fact is because this is the halftime, this is a good chunk of time, 5 minutes. You can run and freshen your drink. You can hit the bathroom. I'm probably going to do that, I think. You can grab a smoke break. You can even just tear yourself away from the computer screen for a little while, or you can stick around, whatever's good for you. Yeah, 5-minute break is part of the halftime. Okay, so with that, let's get this going. The halftime question, the category is movies. Movies. The halftime category is movies. The question. Okay, according to Forbes, name 5 of the 8 highest grossing movie franchises of all time based on worldwide box office stats. Name 5 of the 8 highest grossing movie franchises of all time based on worldwide box office stats. And just to clarify, I mean by movie franchises, I mean like movies that have like multiple sequels, multiple, long things. So, for example, I'll give you a freebie. The Aliens franchise, Aliens. That's an example. That's not on the list. That's an thing that we're looking for franchises like that, multiple spanning movies. We have 5 of the 8 highest grossing movie franchises of all time. Okay, 5 minutes is your time. See you on the other side.
In the flashing of hospital lights, like the flashing of darkness and light. In the light, the man of ambulance silence, like the light man in hope made so. It's the boulder that falls down the mountain, keeps on falling, leads you to the sea of beginning and end with no letter, just a silent light. see it fade.
All right. That is time. It might have been a little. Was that a little over 5 minutes? Who cares? Close enough. All right. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to Hermit Trivia. Hope you're all enjoying this this time. Just a reminder, if you're enjoying this video, please smash that like button. Like it if you can. If you have not yet subscribed to our channel, please subscribe as well. Please share and tell all your friends if you're enjoying this, because the more the merrier, the more people can get on. Let them know that we are currently hosting Hermit Trivia twice a week, Tuesday and Thursday, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We would love to have more players and more people making this a fun trip. I mean, I'm loving our little group right here. This is super cool to catch up with my friends. But hey, anything that gives the channel money, that's better. Okay, the halftime category is movies. Movies. And the question was, name 5 of the 8 highest grossing movie franchises of all time based on worldwide box office stats. And the answers were, I don't do the go thing for the halftime. So all right, take too long. Okay, the answers are A, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Star Wars, Harry Potter, James Bond, Lord of the Rings, X-Men, Fast and Furious, and Jurassic Park. So we're looking for Marvel Cinematic Universe, Star Wars, Harry Potter, James Bond, Lord of the Rings, X-Men, Fast and Furious, and Jurassic Park. Those are the 8 highest grossing movie franchises of all time. Making that bank. Oh no. Okay. Charles has said that with my beard, I'm reminded of that guy who starred alongside Michael Landon in Highway to Heaven. I just watched Highway to Heaven a couple of months ago. I think it was just before I left for China. And so now exactly what you're talking about, I'm like, oh crap, I'm that guy. Oh no, he was pretty cool. He was a bit of a drunk, but I'll hang out with Michael Landon. He seemed pretty cool. Victor French. Oh, that was his name. Cool. Yeah, I remember just watching like the first 2 episodes of that. Leslie and I, we watched that together. And I was like, yeah, this is pretty neat. We didn't follow it along, but that might be something I catch up to. It was pretty unique. I like that. I was especially as Michael Landon's swan song. Always kind of neat to see. Okay, yes. So that was our halftime question. If you would like to post your current scores after the halftime on the board, please let us know. Please let us know how you're doing. We can see how we rank up. See if you want to have bragging rights and tell us, please. We would be happy to share. And I hope you're enjoying this as much as I am. I'm having a real thrill. So we are on to the second half of our trivia game with round 4. Round 4. The category is cryptids. Cryptids, yes, those mysterious unknown critters. Cryptids. All right. Question 1. What American cryptid, described as a flying biped with hooves, bat wings, and a horse-like head, is one of the oldest, having been sighted in the Pine Barrens since 1735? What American cryptid, described as a flying biped with hooves, bat wings, and a horse-like head, is one of the oldest, having been sighted in the Pine Barrens since 1735? All right, here is your minute. And that is time. All right. Hope you all got the answer in. For question number 1, for the category of cryptids. What American cryptid, described as a flying biped with hooves, bat wings, and a horse-like head, is one of the oldest, having been sighted in the Pine Barrens since 1735? Yes, and we've got a sweep. Well done. It is the Jersey Devil. The Jersey Devil. Yes, the Jersey Devil of the Pine Barrens of New Jersey, still having sightings today. That's right. America has its very own demon child running around in a forest. I bet that's worth a ton of XP to whoever wants to go down and hunt that thing. Yes, that's right. Oh, yeah, big shout out to Lore. Lore is one of Leslie and I's favorite podcasts. I really like Lore. It's all about all sorts of mysterious, weird stuff. I like the ones about vampires. Big fan of Lore. If you ever check out that podcast out, stuff like vampires, Jersey Devil, weird forms of divination from the blood. That's a great podcast, Lore. Good recommendation, Adam and Nicole. That was awesome. Yes, the Jersey Devil was the answer. Also the subject of a Coheed and Cambria song. Yes, gotta love that Jersey Devil. Okay. Question number 2. Question 2. Yeah, Pine Barrens is a scary place. Like apparently it's that forest. There's some parts of that that are still unexplored by human beings. Fascinating stuff. Question 2. Thought to be a cryptid for centuries, what elusive animal was finally caught live on film by a team of Japanese scientists in 2004? Thought to be a cryptid for centuries, what elusive animal was finally caught live on film by a team of Japanese scientists in 2004? Here's your minute. Your hands, 10 seconds. All right. Question number 2. Thought to be a cryptid for centuries, what elusive animal was finally caught live on film by a team of Japanese scientists in 2004? Yes, the answer is the giant squid. The giant squid, that elusive kraken, was discovered by Japanese scientists in 2004. And they found that they encountered that they saw the terrible beast of the deep stared straight in the face. And they found out it's really timid. The first thing it does, the squid, it sees their cameras like, oh shit, I'm out of here. I'm gone. Bye. That's why they had so much trouble finding it alive. The giant squid is actually a very timid, skittish creature. It knows to bug out as soon as it sees human beings around. But yes, the giant squid. That's in our wonderful, weird, mysterious world. There are giant squid out there, and I think that's really cool. That's awesome. I'm glad they're not dragging ships down in the sea. That would be neat too. But yes, love that giant squid. Okay, question number 3. Question 3. What 1987 American comedy starring John Lithgow features the story of a Seattle family that encounters a lovable Sasquatch? What 1987 American comedy starring John Lithgow features the story of a Seattle family that encounters a lovable Sasquatch? Here's your minute. All right, that was your minute. For our question number 3, the last question in cryptids. Question 3. What 1987 American comedy starring John Lithgow features the story of a Seattle family that encounters a lovable Sasquatch? Yes. Yes, that's Harry and the Hendersons. Harry and the Hendersons. Oh, he was a lovable Sasquatch too. He was like Chewbacca without the bowcaster. He was awesome. You gotta love Harry. I vaguely remember that film. I remember like bits and pieces of it watching on HBO, but I think I may have to rewatch that just to see if that holds up. But yes, Harry and the Hendersons was the answer. Yes, you're right. Jen, I think I did have an RPG character named Nemo. I think that was actually that was my Unknown Armies character. I think that I actually got Nemo from the Nemo was a reference to Little Nemo from the old Winsor McKay comic, Little Nemo in Slumberlands, because he was all like he was a weird dream adept. But yeah, that was good times. I miss those days. All right, round 5. The category. Oh, it was Gamma World? Oh, right. Oh, yeah. Charles had like a Sasquatch from named Harry Henderson. Oh my God. I totally forgot about Gamma World. That thing. Okay, I'm gonna stop and remind her of like I want to set up a Zoom chat to talk about a possible online RPG game. Let's set a time if people are into it. Anyway, sorry, I interrupted the stream. Had this little quick communique. We're getting to round 5. Round 5 is the category of cults. Cults. Round 5. Category is cults. Question number 1. What African American religious movement led by Louis Farrakhan has developed increasing ties with the Church of Scientology since 2011, going so far as to train its ministers in the study of Dianetics and Thetan auditing? What African American religious movement led by Louis Farrakhan has developed increasing ties with the Church of Scientology since 2011, going so far as to train its ministers in the study of Dianetics and Thetan auditing? Here's your minute. Ten seconds. All right, and that is time. Question number 1. What African American religious movement led by Louis Farrakhan has developed increasing ties with the Church of Scientology since 2011, going so far as to train its ministers in the study of Dianetics and Thetan auditing? And Charles and Marcus are correct, as is Jen and Nicole and Adam. Is the Nation of Islam. Yes, the Nation of Islam has grown closer ties with the Church of Scientology since 2011. Funny enough, I read up about this. This is apparently sparked. This was apparently sparked by Isaac Hayes, of all people. You remember, the Shaft theme song? The guy played Chef on South Park. He, in 2005, and before his death, he went to David Miscavige and he's like, I think Scientology should outreach to more African Americans. We should find a way to do it. And of course, Miscavige, like, the Nation of Islam. Yes. So he goes there, and yeah, they've actually they have exchange programs. They're training NOI leaders in Dianetics. There's a whole outreach thing. Kind of. It's a little twisted, but it's fascinating. Yes, it's kind of neat. And Mike, big shout out to quoting Creed Bratton, who, as we all know, is my spirit animal. Oh, Creed. Okay, he had the famous quote. As as someone living in the '60s, I've been a member of many cults, both as a follower and a leader. And I gotta say, you have more fun as a follower, but you make more money as a leader. Good on you, Creed. Okay, question number 2. Question 2. The mass suicide of the People's Temple movement, led by Jim Jones in 1978, led to the creation of what expression that refers to blindly following a dangerous ideology? The mass suicide of the People's Temple movement, led by Jim Jones in 1978, led to the creation of what expression that refers to blindly following a dangerous ideology? Here's your minute. Crap Nation. I love the comments. You guys, you guys are the guardian of my spirit. You're keeping hope alive. Love it. Okay, and that is time. Oh, Mike, it's all good. We weren't no judgments here. I totally get what you're scratching at. All right, question two. The mass suicide of the People's Temple movement, led by Jim Jones in 1978, led to the creation of what expression that refers to blindly following a dangerous ideology? Yes, I think we pretty much swept this category. We got Mike, Marcus, Charles, and Nicole and Adam have all gotten it. Drinking the Kool-Aid. Drinking the Kool-Aid was the expression. Yes, drinking the Kool-Aid. About thank that Kool-Aid. Fun fact though, it was not actually Kool-Aid that they drank at Jonestown. It was grape flavor Flavorade. But you know, the phrase caught on, drinking the Kool-Aid, I think it's very applicable. I really like it. That's so good. I mean, speaking of examples of Jim Jones, of the perfect example of yeah, we all have perfect example of cult leaders that get far by never admitting any wrongdoing and just lying their fucking asses off. Jim Jones, holy shit! Leslie and I watched this listened to this podcast about cults, and there's this 2-part series about the Jim Jones and the People's Temple movement in Jonestown, and it's pretty awesome, pretty intense. I think this episode is all about just shouts out to our favorite podcasts. Yeah. Good times. Okay. Question number 3, the last question of cults. Question number 3. Oh, yeah. Question 3. What morbid folk saint who looks like a cross between the Virgin Mary and the Grim Reaper is widely revered among the common folk of Mexico, despite the condemnation of her cult by the Catholic Church as blasphemous? What morbid folk saint who looks like a cross between the Virgin Mary and the Grim Reaper is widely revered among the common folk of Mexico, despite the condemnation of her cult by the Catholic Church as blasphemous? Here's your minute. 10 seconds. Oops. Made a boo-boo. Okay, that is time. That is time for question number 3 of cults. What morbid folk saint who looks like a cross between the Virgin Mary and the Grim Reaper is widely revered among the common folk of Mexico, despite the condemnation of our cult by the Catholic Church as blasphemous? Yes, Charles and Mike have both got it right. That saint is Santa Muerte. Santa Muerte is that that folk saint, folk saint of Mexico, who is denounced by the Catholic Church but extremely popular among Mexico's underclass. And she basically looks like some of the shrines to her are made of real bones, and she basically looks like, what if the Virgin Mary was a lich? Like just like a skeletal Virgin Mary, scary as hell, but really popular. I mean, you even go to you can find some Catholic votive shops where they'll sell votive candles depicting Santa Muerte. And yes, it is totally badass. It is the most like goth thing ever. I love it. More power to Santa Muerte. She owns. Yeah, I think she's like she's a clerical lich. She's got a make no bones about it. All right, that was cults. That was a fascinating round 5 cults. Oh wait, I know we are in the last round before the final question, the last round. Okay, round 6, fairy tale. Round 6 is fairy tales. The category is fairy tales. Question 1. In astronomy and astrobiology, the circumstellar habitable zone, or the range of orbits around a star within which a planetary surface is just right to support liquid water, is also known as what? In astronomy and astrobiology, the circumstellar habitable zone, or the range of orbits around a star within which a planetary surface is just right to support liquid water, is also known as what? All right, minute to win it. Ten seconds. All right. That's time. Here's your question. Question 1. In astronomy and astrobiology, the circumstellar habitable zone, or the range of orbits around a star within which a planetary surface is just right to support liquid water, is also known as what? All right, answers are coming in. And yes, Mike got the closest answer. Big shout out to Marcus for making a Star Trek reference, Class M, but no, really not Class M. We're looking for the just right status of planets. That is called the Goldilocks zone. The Goldilocks zone. Yes. You got this is one of those questions you got to remember the category. Fairy tales. Yes. The range of orbits around a star, perfect for a planet to support water and possibly life, is the Goldilocks zone. Not too hot, not too cold, just right. Yes, the Goldilocks zone. Good on you, Mike, for getting the closest one. It's special shout out to Jen for guessing the taint. The taint. No, not the Goldilocks sound, but it is the male G spot. Remember, ladies and men who like to be with men. Is the taint. Oh, you missed it, Adam. I'm sorry. Yes, the category was fairy tales. All right, listen to the category. This helps. Okay. Question 2 in fairy tales. Question 2. What Danish author of tales such as The Little Mermaid had a famous falling out with Charles Dickens after extending what was supposed to be a brief visit to Dickens' home into a 5-week stay? What Danish author of tales such as The Little Mermaid had a famous falling out with Charles Dickens after extending what was supposed to be a brief visit to Dickens' home into a 5-week stay? Here's your minute. Okay, and that is time. All right. Question 2. What Danish author of tales such as The Little Mermaid had a famous falling out with Charles Dickens after extending what was supposed to be a brief visit to Dickens' home into a 5-week stay? All right. Yes, Mike and Charles and Marcus and Nicole all got it. Yes, the answer is Hans Christian Andersen. Yes, that was Hans Christian Andersen was the author who overstayed his welcome. He there's a whole funny story about this. So he was supposed to just visit for like a day. He ended up turning into a 5-week stay, and I think it ended with Charles Dickens basically leaving his very passive aggressive notes like, yeah, so please leave. And Anderson left, and they never spoke again. So, okay, so yeah, we got the beef between Elvis and the Beatles. We got the beef between Hans Christian Andersen and Charles Dickens. I'm starting to think a running theme for this trivia is celebrity beefs. All right, Clyde. Good night. Thanks again for watching. Hope to see you again soon. It was fun. Thanks. It was great. It was great seeing you. Hi, Clyde. Thank you. All right, we're now on the penultimate question, the last question of the fairy tales category. Question 3. The Tale of the Bamboo Cutter, a Japanese fairy tale from the 10th century CE about a man who finds a Thumbelina-like girl from the moon inside a stalk of bamboo, is cited as an early example of what modern genre? The Tale of the Bamboo Cutter, a Japanese fairy tale from the 10th century CE about a man who finds a Thumbelina-like girl from the moon inside a stalk of bamboo, is cited as an early example of what modern genre? All right, here's your minute. All right, 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2. All right, that is time. Question number 3. The Tale of the Bamboo Cutter, a Japanese fairy tale from the 10th century CE about a man who finds a Thumbelina-like girl from the moon inside a stalk of bamboo, is cited as an early example of what modern genre? Yes, Nicole, you jumped the gun a little early, but that's okay. Nicole and Adam and Jen and Marcus all got the right side. It is science fiction or sci-fi. Yes, The Tale of the Bamboo Cutter is considered one of the earliest sci-fi tales in the world because it features a girl who is essentially an alien. She's a creature from the moon, and the tale involves travel to the moon and space travel. So yes, really fascinating story. Yes, so it's nice to know that the earliest example, one of the earliest examples of science fiction in human history, is from the 9th century. Yes, science fiction. Well done. Personal favorite of mine. All right. So I have some kind of bad news. We are approaching the end of our trivia night. We are coming down to the final question. But we are going to end our night with a bang because it's going to be an awesome one. It's going to be a doozy. And I want to thank you all. This applause is for all of you who came out tonight to my online trivia night. Thank you all, my friends, for coming out to check this out. If you enjoyed this trivia night and you've not yet done so, please smash that like button. Please subscribe if you have not already, and become a part of our regular Hermit Trivia. We host 2 nights a week, every Tuesday and Thursday, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The more the merrier. We'd love to see some people. If you enjoyed this trivia night, please tell as many people as we can. Because we're all stuck inside, we would love to have more people participating. The whole point of this channel is just to bring more joy to people's lives. Also to feed my narcissistic desire to be filmed at all times. But that's just a side benefit. No, I want to bring more joy and more happiness and just let people have some fun, because this is just as much fun for me. I hope you have all had as much fun tonight as I've had. This has been a blast. But let's go out with a bang. Let's end with our final question. This is going to be a good one. Okay. Now the rules for the final question. You may wager anywhere from 0 to 10 points. You must guess all. Now, when you wager, beware that you must get all the answers correct to win whatever points you wagered. Otherwise, you must subtract the amount of wagered points from your score. So be aware of that. You can wager from 0 to 10 points, but you have to get every answer right, or you have to subtract the points from your score. And here it is, the final question. The category is Shakespeare. That's right. We're getting all cultured in here. Let's get our smoking jackets and snifters of brandy and mahogany pipes, because this is high culture. Shakespeare. Okay. 25 points from Mike so far. Excellent. That made Max bet for a personal record. Awesome. Yeah, feel free to post your point totals as well. Post your current point totals so people know where you stand. Give yourself some bragging rights. Give yourself some props, because Lord knows you earned it. All right. Here is the final question. The category is Shakespeare, and I want you to match. On the left, we have 5 Shakespeare plays, and on the right, we have 5 movie adaptations of said plays that have different titles. I want you to match the Shakespeare play on the left to its movie adaptation on the right. All right, and you're going to have 3 minutes to answer. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to give it 4 minutes to answer this, because I got to use the bathroom. And because I am the master host, I can do that. All right. So, yeah, keep an eye. I'm not going to. So keep an eye. Just here's the entries on the left. So on the left, I have 5 Shakespeare plays. Number 1 is The Tempest. Number 2 is King Lear. Number 3 is Taming of the Shrew. Number 4 is Macbeth. Number 4 is Macbeth. And number 5 is Romeo and Juliet. Okay, so we have number 1, The Tempest. Number 2, King Lear. Number 3, Taming of the Shrew. Number 4, Macbeth. And number 5, Romeo and Juliet. All right, and on the right, we have movie adaptations, which correspond to the Shakespeare plays on the left. So letter A is Ran. Number B is 10 Things I Hate About You. Letter C is Forbidden Planet. Letter D is West Side Story. And letter E is Throne of Blood. So if letter A is Ran, letter B is 10 Things I Hate About You. Letter C is Forbidden Planet. Letter D is West Side Story. And letter E is Throne of Blood. All right. He was up for a couple more seconds. So I want you to match the Shakespeare play on the left to the movie adaptation on the right. And you'll have 4 minutes. A little over 4, just so I set the timer. Okay. Here's your music. Best of luck. Oh, okay, one more minute. Look at the monkey. Okay. Well, I got no tail, just a butt. I'm just a gorilla, not a monkey. Okay, and that is time. All right. Hope you all had a good break as I did. Hope you all enjoyed solving that final question as much as I enjoyed making it. All right. The category was Shakespeare, the bard himself. Yes, Shakespeare the bard who can influence crowds and gets a mixture of mage spells and rogue skills. So, good on you, Willie. All right. All right. So so on the left, we have 5 Shakespeare plays. And on the right, we have 5 movie adaptations of said Shakespeare plays. We want you to match. All right. Let's see how well you did. All right. So we have number one, The Tempest, that great Shakespeare play about magic and wizardry. That was repurposed into letter C, which was Forbidden Planet. Yes, The Tempest was reskinned as a sci-fi series featuring Leslie Nielsen and the original appearance of Robbie the Robot from Lost in Space. They just turned Prospero the Wizard into Prospero the Mad Scientist. Yes, The Tempest matches with C, Forbidden Planet. Okay, what's next? King Lear. King Lear, as that great play, was adapted by the amazing Japanese director Akira Kurosawa into a production named Ran. Ran, yes, that is a amazing movie. Yeah, check it out, by the way. Just the depressing as hell, but gorgeous visuals. Yes, King Lear was adopted by Akira Kurosawa into the movie Ran. All right, number 3, Taming of the Shrew. Taming of the Shrew was had a bit of a 90s makeover. Well, thanks to this movie starring Heath Ledger and Julia Stiles, which is B, 10 Things I Hate About You. Number 3 corresponds to B, 10 Things I Hate About You. All right. And then number 4, Macbeth. I'm sure a lot of theater nerds are saying, you shouldn't be even saying that out loud. You should not say the Scottish play aloud. Macbeth was another movie remake by Akira Kurosawa. This one in black and white, and also excellent, depressing but excellent. Macbeth was remade into the movie Throne of Blood. Throne of Blood, absolutely gorgeous movie. So it's D. Number 4 is E. Throne of Blood. E. Throne of Blood. All right, and then number 5. Romeo and Juliet. Romeo and Juliet was that great story of star-crossed lovers, was repurposed into a musical and then a movie. D. West Side Story. West Side Story. I actually saw that for the first time on my airplane trip from China to the U.S. It was part of the in-flight movie, and it was I really, really enjoyed it. It was a brilliant musical. Yes, West Side Story matches to 5. Romeo and Juliet matches to D. West Side Story. So your list should be C, A, B, E, D should be your answers. Yes. Oh my God, I love West Side Story. And actually, Charles, I disagree with you on 10 Things I Hate About You. I think it actually did a wonderful job of adapting the story to its it didn't use the Shakespearean dialogue, but I think it did a wonderful job of adapting the story to like a 90s mindset, and was also far less misogynist than the original Taming of the Shrew, because the original Taming of the Shrew, it's like, woof. I actually dug 10 Things I Hate About You. I kind of liked it. But yeah, CABED is so number here. Actually, I should buy number 1, C, number 2, A, number 3. Fun fact: Charles and I were in a production of a musical rendition of Taming of the Shrew back in the day. That was a lot of fun. I played Patso. Shrew, that's right. What can you do? With the shrew. When all is done and said, she never will be wed. I can't believe I still remember that song. I mean, honestly, looking back, even then, I thought it was like a terrible production, but not our director's fault. I thought the core of the play was. I mean, it was clearly like they wanted our director to do Shakespeare, but he was like, the kids and I are going to engage with it. So I guess they actually worked for the purpose of us engaging with the Shakespearean play. But it was fun. I guess I can't criticize. I've fun. Mad props. Big shout out to Mr. DeFabio, my old drama teacher, for being a guy who pulled out some pretty standout high school productions and just being an excellent teacher and a cool guy in general. You rock. If you're listening and watching out there, Mr. DeFabio from Somers High School, big fan. All right. And sadly, that concludes our trivia game. If you would like to reveal your final scores, if you want to tell everyone how much you won and give a big shout out, please do. Awesome. That would be great, because you deserve all the kudos in the world. I hope you enjoyed this watching and listening and playing this trivia game as much as I enjoyed making it, because it was a blast. I'm going to chill out for a couple minutes just to do what I like to call the after party and hang out. But that concludes our game. Thank you. You are allowed to wager a maximum of 10 points, max of 10. 10 points was the wager. Thank you all for coming to Hermit Trivia tonight. Hope to see you. Remember, we have we are here every Tuesday and Thursday at 9:30 p.m. Giving you the best free trivia game that YouTube can provide. And we have a lot more coming up on this channel too. We're gonna have some cool videos. We're gonna have some lots of stuff, because Lord knows I'm not going anywhere. But we're gonna keep this travel going strong and growing healthy like the mighty oak. So the more people coming in, please, if you enjoyed tonight's experience, smash that like button, like this video, like any other Hermit Trivia videos. If you have not, if you can, any likes helps us a lot. Please subscribe if you have not already, and if you have, please share with your friends. Get some people, get some of your friends and relations to come to our trivia night and enjoy the festivities, because the bigger the party, the more fun. It really is true. I hope you all had an amazing time. Thank you. Hope to see you, and I hope to see you again on Tuesday. We'll be back Tuesday the 21st. Oh, just short of 420. Well, that's probably best. I'm gonna be I'm gonna be indisposed on 420. So I'll see you on the 21st, and we'll have a blast. Big shout out to Mike. Looks like Mike got the 35 points. That's a pretty awesome score. Also, I am dead serious about wanting to set up a Zoom chat. I want to set up a Zoom chat if people are interested. Let's make it happen. Let's talk about the future of the show. And other fun online activities. Because I'm pretty much, come hell or high water, I am fully digital now. I'm teaching online. I'm making my bread online. I'm talking to my friends online. I am entertaining online. So let's Let's run this party into the ground as far as it'll go. Chuck Yeager style. Let's set up a date and time. Who's around? Yeah, who's around? Who's around Saturday night? Saturday night. Saturday. 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 Oh, Charles is also tied with 35 points. Excellent. Excellent. Saturday night. I feel like Mike is watching right now and he's going, Mark, you are racking up copyright violations. Stop it. Stop it. The Elton John estate is here. They've come for your vital organs. Oh, yeah, Andrew Yang. I remember him. Here's you, Andrew Yang. In a weird way, like Mr. DeFabio is definitely one of those teachers I look back at and like, oh wait, well now that as my career, now that I am a teacher, I want to be like he's actually sort of a platonic model of just infinite chill and just a guy who knows how to make it work no matter what the circumstances and doing what he loves. So yeah, more maximum love for Mr. DeFabio. I should do drama, you know? I started my course load for St. Cloud University this semester, and of course, you know, it's English. It's centered on taking taking English to focus on the teaching English as a foreign language degree. But if they have electives available and I can squeeze it in, maybe I should take some drama education electives because that's also very useful for English education. And I wouldn't mind putting on a play. That would be pretty fantastic. Oh, nobody's sober, Charles. Teetotalers and foxholes. No teetotalers and foxholes. Another idea, I don't know if you've ever been to online forums or any sort of if they just had a video camera for every sort of online forum, or if you could like look the people you're typing your messages to in the face and see, okay, that's the guy who's typing bad opinions about Star Wars or something, you'd end up having a lot more empathy for them. I almost think like the human touch is important for empathy in this day and age. Just spitballing here. Let's see. What am I teaching tomorrow? How many people, classes am I teaching? Oh, wow. My total number of classes. So yes, all right, Jen. It'd be awesome to chat on Saturday. I'm gonna say download Zoom if you haven't already. Yeah, like the 50-year-old guy. Well, you know, if you're on 4chan, you're probably a Nazi anyway, so. Oh, that's okay. Yeah, and any camera. I mean, there's going to be technical issues regardless. But as long as you have a camera, that's cool. We can find a way to chat and engage. One, two, six. Okay. Before I started this game, I had one class scheduled for tomorrow. Now I have six. I have six classes. But yeah, any sort of contact, as long as you oh, I can't forget and stand up. I don't know. I don't have that problem, Charles. Just wear shorts. Like I'm literally wearing right now. I am wearing the most hideous non-matching shorts you could ever see for a Hawaiian shirt, and for a Hawaiian shirt, that's saying a lot. So that's the great thing about webcasting. It's great. By the way, speaking of impromptu pajama wearing below the waist podcasting. Oh, bunny costume. Yes, got to do that. Check out SNG. Some great news. Some great news. We had Donnie Darko rabbit costume. But yeah, some great news is the channel by I don't know if you've watched The Office, but John Krasinski, the actor who played Jim on The Office, and let's be honest, he's been done other awesome stuff too. He's set up his own YouTube channel where he's like, okay, I'm in quarantine, I'm in lockdown, I should do something, and let's get some good news to people. So it's literally just him, you know, in his own home, and he's got his like suit jacket and tie, but he's like, yeah, underneath, below the waist, I've got like pajama pants, and I am just gonna go spread the most positive news I can to people in this time, and inspire hope and inspire entertainment. And I hope you'll join me. And I think that's super admirable. He's a really cool guy. He's doing a lot to keep spirits up, and it's definitely a great channel if you're feeling a little down. If all this is stressing you out, he's really a great source. Really cool, really cool channel to pick you up. And he has like guest stars, like the first week was, you know, it was like the 20th. Yeah, something like the 20th anniversary of the premiere of The Office. So he had Steve Carell come in on a webcast, and they just talked. And but yeah, really fun channel. Some great news by John Krasinski. He's a highly recommended channel. A lot of great times. But yeah, either way, you can. I'd like to set up a Zoom chat for what's the date? Let me make sure I got that date down so I can. Yeah, Saturday night, 9 p.m. Let's get together. I'll have reminders on Facebook, on Instagram. I'll use all my social medias to let people know, and we can just go on, hang out. Charles and I did a hangout a couple of days ago, and it was a lot of fun. You know, discuss the state of the channel, discuss future plans, discuss possible other things you can do with the channel, karaoke nights, gaming nights, and RPGs, board games, you know, that sort of thing. There's lots of great channels, like stuff like Roll20, that like you have interface software that you can do for RPGs. Lots of fun stuff to do. I want to just, you know, I got I got my channel for work. I got my channel for trivia, and let's expand it. And then when the fog of war evaporates and everything drifts away and pass, and we're still here at the end, I've got fun stuff to do. I've got my own channel. It's awesome, and this channel wouldn't be here without you guys, without your support, without your love, without your funny comments, without your general bonhomie. It's this channel would not be awesome as it is. So the more we have. Yes, Betrayal at House on the Hill. I would totally be down to play a game of that online. That would be amazing. If we can get the camera set up, we have the game at our home, and I can totally figure out some kind of camera setup for that. Or there may even be like an online platform for it where you do it digitally. That would be pretty fantastic. I think that's a great idea. Good idea, Jen. That's awesome. There's expansions too. I'm looking to do like there's a Betrayal and House of the Hill expansion, and there's like, oh my god, they got bought by Wizards of the Coast, so they have a D&D style expansion called Betrayal at Baldur's Gate. We got lots of options. It's pretty cool. Bears versus babies. I don't think I've heard of that. Let's do a quick Google search. Come on, bears versus babies. By the way, money definitely on bears. Monster building card game. Yeah, this looks fun. I would totally be down for that. That sounds great. That sounds really cool. We've got a bunch of other really cool board games at my home that I can probably situation. It's we've got Ticket to Ride, we've got Settlers of Catan, we've got Code Names, we've got my parents have a lot of old ass board games we can drag out. So we have infinite avenues of fun. Cool. Yeah. If you got gaming people, invite them to the channel because I would love to have more people to play games with. More the merrier. Yes, and I definitely want to give it I throw it out there. I like that. Definitely wouldn't mind giving sites like Roll20 a try, which are adapted for like board games and RPGs and lots of fun stuff like that. It's a good after party. But cool, yeah. I will. Anyone's interested, I will see you on Saturday on Zoom at. I was gotta check that time. I think it's 9 p.m. If I have your email, I whoa, what happened? Hey, if I have your email, I will send you the invite to the chat. So this cup, well, right now it's empty. There is nothing in that cup. It used to be rum and cherry Coke. Went a little tropical in my drinks. Yes, I had the rum and cherry Coke to kick things up a notch. But yeah, I've also got some coffee in my thermos. That's why it's a good after party. Yes. How about you? What are you drinking right now? Speedballing. Do I look like John Belushi? Actually, I might. Don't answer that. Gonzo Imperial Poor. Got a little JD. Nice. Little Jack of the Daniels. Excellent. That sounds good. I've been drinking a lot of like. Right now, I'm sort of mixing like my vodkas and rums with like mixers, but I've also been drinking a lot of port lately. Big fan of port. No speedballing, sadly. That seems like a dangerous path. Coffee and alk as close as I can get. That's okay. I'm pretty sure. Good thing about coffee and alk is that you can drink it and you won't end up dead in a hotel room. I discovered recently that that Slimer from Ghostbusters was based off of John Belushi. They were like, yeah, let's all the old SNL alums, your Dan Aykroyd and Bill Murray were like, yeah, let's make a ghost. Let's base it off of John Belushi. So he's just like this like big old crazy ghost that eats everything in sight and has no impulse control. It's like, yeah. Oh, I don't know. I think you're very funny. I think it's a good tribute to a friend. Oh. Well, sadly, I think this is the time I have to wrap it up. I've got to get up early in the morning to teach small Chinese children. So I'm going to call it a night. I'm going to say goodbye to everybody. Big special thanks to everyone who came, who's still on this thread. Big shout out to Charles. Big shout out to Jen. Miss you guys. Hope to see you soon. Big shout out to Adam and Nicole. Hope to see you all soon too. Thanks for coming by. Big shout out to Mike and Lisa. Big shout out to my lovely wife, Leslie. Big shout out to Marcus Hedwig and the Angry Inch. Big shout out to Clyde. Sorry you couldn't stick around, but it's been an awesome night. Thank you so much for coming to Hermit Trivia, episode 8. I hope you all have the best of nights, and I hope to see you all on Saturday for the Zoom call. If not, I will see you Tuesday night for Hermit Trivia episode 9. And you all have a lovely night and stay safe. Bye-bye, my friends. Peace out. Yeah, anytime. Always happy. Always pleased to entertain.